Hello. So today's topic will be covering basic SQL queries. So we have already covered relational algebra, and we'll be seeing how we can apply SQL queries to different uh, problems in database. So as you remember, we had data definition language, data manipulation language, and we had data control language. So there were different SQL languages which can be used, and in each SQL language we had different types of queries which can be used and for our problem solving. So what is the objective of SQL? Objective of SQL or structure query language can be to create the database, relation structures, perform insertions, modification, deletion of data, and perform simple and complex queries. It must be portable, means so you can apply these on different machines. So same queries will be applied on different machines. It is very easy to learn, and you will see we'll be covering these SQL queries in a while. So first and foremost, the basic query is if you want to create a table. So for example, if we have what's the syntax of the code, the syntax of the query or the code is basically you will write a create reserve word, then you will write the table reserve word, and then give the name of the table. So you will start with create, then you will write table. So these two words will be inside in the you can say you have to write these two words, and after that you will be writing the name of the table, then you will be mentioning the fields, and then you will be mentioning their data type. So you have to mention the fields and the data types inside the uh, braces. So if you want to apply other queries, like you can apply insert and you can apply select as well. So if you see, the basic queries are very simple. They are like the task that you perform. So like if you have to create a table, you can use create query. If you have to perform an insert operation, you can use insert query, and if you have to select a data, you can use select query. So insert query is basically when you uh, have insert into keyword, then you will write a name of the table, then you will give the values. And select is you have to select the fields, you have to mention in from, you have to mention the table name, and in where you have to mention the condition. So there are different data types. So we have numeric data types and we have character data types in SQL. Numeric data types are normally integer, small int, float, and character data types are character and virtual. So we have other data types as well, like bit data type, boolean data type. Like boolean data type is if you see whether a person has passed or not, so you can have a boolean data type for that, or if a person is alive or not, or if a person is registered or not. We have a date uh, data type as well, which can be used for date and time as well. So we can use to create and drop and alter the descriptions of table. So data definition can be used in order to create, drop, and alter the descriptions of the table. So for example, if you have to create a table, so first we have to write the keyword like we mentioned before. You have to include create keyword, then the table keyword, then you have to mention the name, or you can say the name of the table. So this is the name of table. Then the fields of the table are threefold. Like you can mention three things here. First is the name of the field, the second is the data type of the field, and the third thing is properties. So like property or constraint, you can call it as constraint as well. So this can be not null is you cannot have it null. So we have a department number, integer, and then again not null. So this area or this portion is optional. If you want to mention the constraint, you can mention. If you don't want to mention the constraint, you don't mention. But you have to mention the name of the field and the data type. So we have like manager SSN. SSN is like equivalent to NIC in Pakistan. So you can use character. You have manager start date and you have character here. Then this is like the structure is like you have mentioned create keyword, then you have mentioned table keyword, then you have mentioned the name of the table, then you have mentioned the fields here, and once you have mentioned the fields, now it's time for mentioning the constraint. So in constraint, what we mentioned like this is a primary key. So you have to know that if you are mentioning or if you are including something as primary, so it automatically entails or automatically includes unique keyword or unique property as well. So if you want to mention something unique separately and it's not a primary key like name of the department, or like if you are playing in the sports, normally the team names are unique, so we can use unique feature for that as well. Now after that we can include foreign key. The syntax of foreign key is you mention the foreign keyword, foreign key, the word, the keyword, and then you mention the field, which field is foreign key. Like here we have manager SSN is our foreign key. References, where it belongs to. The original key, where we have the original key, we have the original key here in employees table, and in employee table you can, the name of the field is SSN. So if you see here, the manager SSN has been referenced to the employee table in SSN field. So this is our foreign key manager SSN, and its original primary key is inside the employee table. Now, if you see, we have not mentioned two things here, or we have constraint violation here, like referential integrity constraint. Like if someone deletes an employee from the employee table, what will happen to our department table? In the department table, the manager SSN will still be holding that employee's SSN number, although it is deleted from the original table, but it is still included in the manager SSN table. So you can see that this will cause a referential integrity constraint. So what we have to do, we have to mention that what happens when we do on update and what happens when we do on delete. So this is the whole structure of create table. Let me just go through it again. So you have a create keyword, you have a table keyword, then you have to mention the name of the table, then we have the field, after field we have the data type, and after data type we have constraint. Once you have mentioned all the fields, then we have to apply constraints on all the table. Like we can mention something is primary key, some we have unique, and some we have foreign key. And in foreign key you have to mention that you, the field in your table and which table it belongs and where it is primary key. So you have to mention all these things in the create table query as well. So moving on, basically we can include different types of constraint. Like we have here not null. Not null means this field cannot be left empty. So like for example, if you have an important field like name of the student, so you don't want the name of student to be empty. Or for example, if you have some field like age, or some field that can be left empty for no, like semester. Normally when the students are enrolled or at the time of the admission, the student doesn't have any semester right now, so you can have those field null. So we have a default value constraint as well. What does default value do? For example, if you have a student table, and like in normally in the graduation, when they are getting admission in the BS, the age is 18. So what we can do is we can have a default value of 18. So for example, if some people don't put their age, so we it can automatically be gone to 18. So check clause can be used for integers, and it checks whether it is in certain range or not. So the perfect example for the student scenario can be like if we have CGPA. So if we have a CGPA, so that CGPA has to be between 0 and 4. So we can put a check clause on that, that whether it belongs to this range or not. So this is our complete example. We have like create table employee, create table department, create table department location. So here, if you look at foreign key, now foreign key, department number, references, department D number. So here you have to mention on delete and on update as well. So here these properties will ensure that there is no referential integrity, no violation of referential integrity constraint. So what we do is we mention what happens if we are selecting on delete and what happens if we are selecting on update. So when the parent table is updated or some entries deleted from that, it will automatically check for the child table as well. So primary key clause, it ensures that uh, make up the primary key of the relationship, and it's basically whenever we have to use a foreign key, that has to be a primary key as well. So it ensures that this is unique and it is able to recognize the record as well. So we have unique clause as well, which